everybody, it's Lance the Lush, and today we're gonna have some fun. As you can see right here, today we're talking early times Kentucky whiskey. Now, Lush fans, sometimes you just gotta go right off the beaten path. We all know that. I talk about it all the time. Now, in this particular situation, I actually was looking for a bottle, replace my bottle of Jack Daniels. And it really was weird because they were sitting right next to each other. You know what? I haven't had early times in a while. I'm going to have that. Now, to understand something, me and my friends, we always called it the poor man's Jack Daniels. Now, there's some truth to that because apparently what I read, Mr. Daniels' uncle originally founded the company before it was sold in the 1930s. So there is some truth to that. So can you call it the poor man's Jack Daniels? Well, we're going to find out. Now, here on the tablet, I really can see much. Now, but so everybody knows, for the record, according to Wikipedia, it's supposed to be an alcohol by volume of 40%, and the proof is supposed to be 80. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because since I'm in the state of Ohio, the rules are different. Now, for a lot of people, everybody's state rules are going to be different when it comes to distilled spirits. Now, here in Ohio, it has a 21% alcohol by volume, and the proof is 42. Now, it says it's aged in oak for a taste that's worth the wait. Now, Lush fans, what I've seen, they used oak barrels. And that was a switch they made a long time ago that gives us that distinctive look, which everybody knows. That's why a lot of people confuse it with Jack Daniels at a quick glance, or even Woodford Reserve, because you glance at it, you think it's okay, it's this, but it's something else. I'm guilty of that. Now, it was established in 1860. It was using Crystal Kentucky water. I'm just paraphrasing there. Now, early times, just in case you know, it was actually founded in a place of the same name. I thought it was just a generic name, and I didn't know that until today. Because obviously, I'm not looking for something like that when I do a review. There's a lot of reviews out there that I've seen, but I just want to do one today just for something totally different. And I don't do spirits very often, so this one should be a treat for me. Now, we're going to go for the pour. Now, I actually broke the seal, but I didn't totally crack it yet, because I want to show everybody that this bottle is fresh, just for that. Now, I'm looking at the bottles thrown up in the light. I mean, it looks like a whiskey. Now, understand something before I forget. By United States law, it is not a bourbon whiskey. This is a straight Kentucky whiskey. Now, in other parts of the world, they do call it bourbon whiskey. But in this country, that's not happening. Now, there's a double seal on here. No, it's not. Now, as you know, it's a twist-off cap. So I'm going to go for the pour. Now, Lush fans, let everybody know, I normally have anything like this on the rocks. But I just actually pretty much threw it in the freezer. I wanted to show everybody what it looks like without being on the rocks. Now, I'm looking at it. I mean, it looks like a barrel-aged whiskey. I mean, what can you say? Now, I will say this. It has that softer smell than Jack Daniels. If you ask me on a scale, I mean, there's one I put under for the life of me. I can't remember the name of it. No, Evan Williams, if I remember correctly. Yvonne Williams, if I remember correctly. I put that one below this one, but it's definitely not, it's definitely nothing like Jack Daniels or Maker's Mark or some of those lines when you start going higher up the scale. Now, like I said, it has that soft smell. It actually has a really pleasant smell when it's by itself. Now, I'm going to go for a taste. This is something to where it has a nice, smooth taste. Now, I know a lot of people don't like bourbons. I totally understand that. I mean, as a bourbon guy, I understand what goes into it and what's good and what's bad. Like with this, with any bourbons, I do recommend they're sippers. They're not guzzlers. Don't do one of these numbers, I don't recommend that. Even when I was younger, I wouldn't even do that. I had friends that did. Now, trying to think here. This is something to where now on their official webpage, which is really, really, really weird, is they have mixers on there, right? Now, for the record, also, they are the official mixer of the Kentucky Derby. And what I mean by that is mint juleps. There's something said about that particular drink. Either you like it or you don't. I've had one in my life, and one was enough for me. But people enjoy it. According to Wikipedia, they made 100,000 of them that week. But it was Derby week, so I do understand. It must be just a super regional thing there. But tell me in the comments below, why is that? I just want to know. But you're just hearing me rambling right now. I'm trying to pick up a little bit of hints, and I do get that oak, excuse me, oak barrel. But like, keep in mind, they said they use used oak barrels. Now I'm wondering, and I should have checked this, if they had a tour online that I could watch how they do it. And I'm not sure if they're using the barrels, they just purchase them, dry them out, and do it that way. Are they scraping them? Are they burning them the inside, then scraping? I should have looked at that, and I apologize for that, Lush fans. That should never happen, and I should have done my research. Um, you probably wonder if the Lush recommends. Honestly, even though I'm a Jack Daniels guy, I do recommend this. And here's the reason why. Jack Daniels, Maker's Mark, you know, I even go to the Canadian stuff like Crown Royal, things like that. We all know what that is. But something like this, like I picked this up for $7.99 today. And it's like, and I was on the fence buying it, not buying it, I bought it anyway, because like I said at the beginning, I hadn't had it in a while. This is something for where you want to sit down, have a sipper's drink, not necessarily on the cheap, but on a budget, but you're being a little bit frugal, but don't want to go that extra step. And I mean that in a good way. So the makers of early times, if you end up watching this video, please tell me your thoughts also on this review. And for you folks also. So I'm really, really curious. Now I'm going to take one more sip. Like I said, the Lush recommends, this is a solid 4 chokaboos. You probably wait for that. I mean, it's a solid 4. And a lot of it's because, especially with bourbons, so many people are mixing them these days. I mean, like, I like my bourbon straight. That's just me, and I know a lot of people like that, unless it came all the way down to it. There's really not much else to say. Let me see if I can pick up something else. Let's see here. It says, for more than 140 years, people have turned to early times for consistently high quality and smooth taste. And it's distilled and bottled by the Early Times Distillery Company, Louisville, Kentucky. Let's see here. And it says matured at least 36 months, refused. Wait, let me start that over. Matured at least 36 months and reused cooperage. So that means it's a little bit aged. Now, it's definitely like that long-term barrel age. I think that's what they mean. I'm all stuttering on something. I have no clue why. Sorry, Lush fans. But I'm going to get off here. Like I said, this is an unusual review of early times Kentucky whiskey. And stay tuned for the next edition of Lance the Lush.